my friends, John LaRuffa here with another Unbiased unboxing, and in this episode we are going to take a look at a remake, so to speak, of an older game. In this case, Rallyman GT is what we're going to look at. The original Rallyman game came out, back in 2009, and this is a remake version. I did get the retail copies. This is not Kickstarter, so we'll see what comes inside the core game here. All right, so as I start off here, I notice this box is pretty girthy, standard size. I do like the artwork on the outside, and I like the fact that the back seems to show, pretty well what you're getting. Player count, a little demonstration of the game. That's cool. I like the fact that it gives you a couple of snippets there about what the game's about if you don't know. Overall, good package. Let's take a look at what's inside here, and the contents on the back of the box also nice. All right. Okay, so as we open this guy up, let's see what we've got inside. First and foremost, standard white standard white box. Nothing special on the top, although it does look like the outsides of the inner ones have some artwork on there. We've got the rule book. So the rules in this game, I have already read them. They're pretty straightforward. The rule book is nice. I thought that they did a good job trying to cover all the specific situations with examples, because this is a game that could have some ambiguities if you're not careful. I was overall, very satisfied with the way the rules were. It still helped to watch a playthrough or two by other people online, but overall, I think we're in good shape. I also like the fact that the solo mode is, here with a score sheet. It would have been nice, instead of having to print these copies, it would have been nice if they had given you a packet of them and not just said, "Oh, cut the rule book." This isn't a legacy game, folks. I'm not going to be that bold to cut the rule book. So anyway, small gripe there. But I like also the fact that they include some bags with things. Seems like lately I've been unboxing games that have skimped on that. And you need someplace to put those components. So thanks for giving me the bags. All right, let's take a look at these dice. These dice are pretty heavy, which is nice. They've got rounded corners a little bit here, but they're mostly square, so you're not going to have that super rounded corner. They're going to sit where you put them. From a rolling standpoint, seem like they're pretty good shape there. The inner embossment seems also pretty good from a standpoint of the painting, so that'll be good. That will help the dice retain their artwork, their facing. So you've got the 2 coast dice, 3 break dice, and then your 6 gear dice here. So very good. A little baggy, presumably for the damage tokens that will punch out. Decent quality here, no issues, no stringers, that's good. So I'm okay with that. Okay, let's take a look at these little cars. All right, so we do have small little plastic cars. They look like they may have they have some very subtle differences in the standpoint. Like this one, for instance, has, a spoiler, if you can see it on the back, versus this one that doesn't. So it's not just the, the color. There are some differences. You really can't see that here. Take my word for it, folks. There's slight differences. But predominantly, the color, you're going to be green, you're going to be blue, or you're going to be red, whatever. So there you go. You have, 6 colors to choose from there. All right, and then here we've got the dashboards. So I know you can buy other different expansions that have different dashboards with them, but these are the standard ones. They're, appropriately smooth and clean and decent thickness, not too thin, not too thick. I always kind of prefer a cardboard card when it comes to something like this, but I'll make do with the cards. Again, they're fine. And then it looks like we've got some information for some game player aids, which I do like. I love player aids when it comes to a game like this. It's very helpful for new folks. And then I'm assuming this is just a card these are cards that just identify what you're playing. There's no real functionality here as far as which one. You kind of get that too with these, dashboards here, but oh well. I rest my case there, I guess, on that. No big deal. Maybe it's slightly redundant. All right. Let's see what we got inside, which made up the heft. So first and foremost, the inside of the box does have artwork, which is nice. Cool. That gives to the overall aesthetic. Okay, and then from a cardboard standpoint, looks like we've got plenty of gear tokens and such. This is the round token. These are your focus and your weather. Here's kind of the main attraction with this game is that the tracks are customizable. So each of these tiles will go together. I like the thickness there. Make sure you can see that. It's kind of that double weight. I don't know how you want to say it, but it's thick enough to make it feel really good that these will go together. They won't slide all over the board. They ought not to warp, I hope, because that would be very annoying. So I'm happy, very happy with that. The textures, they're all smooth. The artwork is good on the different tiles, and it's clear to see. It's easy to see kind of the most important information on these. So for instance, coming to this turn, if you enter over here, you got to be entering at 2. This is the 3rd gear if you come in diagonally, depending on how you take the line. And so that's nice and clear. So yeah, that's what we get here. Many different track segments. Everybody, make sure you guys can see them all. Different variety. And I know they do sell a lot of different expansion packs with different segments and such. So if the game is really good and I really do enjoy it, then maybe we'll be picking up those in the future. But right now, looks like I'll have plenty to work with. I know that there's at least 7 or 8 tracks that are pre-designed in the rule book itself. And I can kind of give you a quick look at that here in a second. And then here's the pits and the starting track. So this board has a little bit of a warp to it, so hopefully the tiles aren't too bad. They don't start, saddling on me, but we'll see what happens there. Again, I know that's all humidity related and everything else. So one more time real quick, just to look inside the rule book for some of these pre-built tracks, you can kind of see that, these are the types of designs that you can get, with the different tracks. So I like that. I like that they get, it's free form, but yet they've given you 8 tracks to work with, just so that you have stuff to play with if you're not trying to do anything, out of the ordinary. So overall, I'd say things are really good. I like the components. I like the thickness here. The cards are fine. These cars are good. One thing that I noticed already, that the tokens were better quality than the copy of original copies of the Rallyman that I had. So I appreciate that. It seems like things have been, upped a little bit in the quality of the component side. So overall, that's what Rallyman GT looks like. I'm John LaRuffa. This has been another Unbiased Unboxing. And please like and subscribe to these videos because it means a lot to me, makes me happy, and I appreciate it. Take care, everybody.